I'm here with Elizabeth with her brand Aquasalia. Elizabeth, can you walk me through your inspiration for your collection?
I would say the inspiration came from the taste that I developed as through my life, like video games and shows that I enjoyed. Yeah.
I love that. What sparked your interest in the fashion design program here at St. Clair College, or fashion in general?
I started with writing and drawing, and then it developed into designing characters, which I'd have to make outfits for those characters and think about their hobbies and what they enjoy and what they want to look like, right? So then I'm the fashion design aspect is what I really enjoyed, and it developed from there, and now I'm here.
I love that. So you're just creative all around. Can you walk me through your collection here? Where did you get the inspiration for this collection?
For the inspiration for my collection, I was really inspired by Joan of Arc. I really love cathedrals and just the beauty and the structure of them, and I particularly really like armor, old kind of fashion armor and the style lines of that. So I really tried to capture a lot of these style lines. Interestingly enough, hers actually had a lot of soft style lines. There was a lot of roundness to it. So I did a lot of the princess seams and really emphasized them with this piping here because the seam lines were important. And then I wanted to kind of juxtapose that with the more soft elements of the Under Armour and the kind of feminine with that armor, that harsh armor with a feminine underside. So I really wanted to include some smocking in it, which is an old hand technique of making elasticity in it, but mine's more for a design element. There's not much function in there.
Hey, that's okay.
But the really soft chiffons and silks with a lot of ruffles, and I have a little bow in the back for kind of that. And I wanted that kind of full kind of hip thing, because I have these armor kind of hip side things here. And yeah, I just wanted a full corset all the way down to past the hips and really just cinch that in there for the armor. But keep everything else very loose and flowy. So this is actually 3 pieces. It's a blouse, a corset, and then a dress underneath is actually separate as well from the blouse, because I wanted that versatility and mixing and matching, because it's the same fabrics, threw it all out.
Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. I love all of the detail that you did. Did you always know that this was the inspiration that you wanted for your collection, your first collection?
Yes, I did. Actually, in our first year, we did a mock-up of a collection. It was just kind of a practice to go through the elements of how you would design a collection, getting your inspiration, getting that all together. And I actually did Joan of Arc for that as well.
Oh my gosh.
It was very different. Yeah, it was very different. Not as kind of polished as it is now. They were all one pieces, and I was really throwing everything at that one dress. So I kind of separated it throughout here and just kind of combined the elements I wanted to keep and worked on the other ones that didn't work so well from my first year to my designing process now.
Okay, I'm here with Carly from Made in the Meadow. Carly, can you walk me through your inspiration for your collection?
So for my collection, I love fantasy wear. I've always grown up with Disney and princesses and fairies and everything. So my collection is all based off of fancy fantasy costume type wear. So I have 3 pieces for it, and my main base is just creating magic with it. I want to make costumes, so that's my main inspiration is costume wear with fantasy tied into it.
Oh, well, that's incredible. That's absolutely gorgeous. Was there one piece in your collection that challenged your technical skills, and how did you overcome those challenges?
So for my collection, I have a fairy costume, and I have these giant fairy wings. Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. And they have piping on the inside, and I've made it all out of fabric, and I did quilting and whatnot, which I've never done before for a design. But I did have some challenges with, I want all of my things have a transforming aspect, so I had to figure out how that's going to transform. However it does. It's a secret. So my biggest challenge was figuring out how are these wings going to stay up on this poor model? They're so heavy. I had to make a back brace to figure out how to attach them and everything. So really, it wasn't even a sewing concept. It was me figuring out a hardware of it, which I think is so important when it comes to costuming, because it just goes beyond what regular streetwear and clothing would be what you think sometimes with fashion design. So it leans a little more into like the prop wear as well when it comes to like theatrical and whatnot. So I'd never done anything like that before. So I really wanted to just like push my limits there and see if I could make it work. And I was totally okay if it didn't, but it ended up working out in the end. So it was really exciting. I had a lot of help from my teachers. My dad helped me a little bit too. So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, it takes a village for sure.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see that on the runway. Only using 3 words, describe your collection.
Magical, mystical, and just a lot of fun.
Hey, so cool. I'm here with Nursu from Wolves and Witches. Nursu, can you walk me through your collection and where you got the inspiration for this collection?
Yeah, absolutely. So my inspiration for the collection was Olivia Rodrigo and Phoebe Buffay from Friends. Like if they had a daughter and she grew up in the early 2000s and like joined a girl band, like that was basically my inspiration for it.
Okay, that's incredible. Did anything go wrong when you were designing your collection that ended up being a blessing in disguise?
Yes, actually, the original fabric I wanted for the sleeves and the stockings was terrible to sew with, and I had to choose another one. This was actually my test fabric for it, but like everyone kept telling me like it looks so cute with the denim, and I was like, you know what? I'm kind of seeing it, so I stuck with it, and I'm glad I did because it turned out really cute.
Okay. And if you can give yourself one piece of advice at the start of this journey, what would it be?
Order more espresso shots in your coffee, 100%.
Okay, I can get on board with that for sure. Okay, I'm here with Indigo from Patchworn Patterns. Indigo, can you walk me through your inspiration for your collection?
Yeah, so my collection is heavily inspired by this fictional concept. It's called solar punk, and it's sort of mixing us evolving with technology whilst not destroying the planet, if that makes sense. Yeah. So I wanted a lot of sustainability, but I also wanted to have fun with it and mix patterns and colors and such.
Okay, I love that. If someone walks away remembering just one thing about your collection, what do you hope it is?
I hope that it sort of inspires people to break the rules of fashion a little. I love mixing patterns. I love contrasting colors, and I feel like we have very rigid views of fashion these days, and I want people to like expand that a little.
Okay, that's so cool. Okay, I'm here with Jezebel from Lumi Lee. Jezebel, can you walk me through your inspiration for your collection?
Yeah, so my inspiration stems from the punk rock genre. I've always been inspired by like the dark contrasting fabrics, the dramatic silhouettes, the loads of jewelry.
Well, I absolutely love the pop of red in this. Do you feel like you've discovered your voice as a designer throughout this process?
Yeah, so I've always been a little bit self-conscious with like my creations, hoping that like everybody likes it or whatever, but I've learned that if I like it, that's all that matters, so I become more confident with my designs.
Oh, I love that. I'm here with Dia with her brand Tuisha. Dia, can you explain your inspiration from this collection?
Yeah, so basically I take inspiration from the peacock feather, like the colors and like royal blue, emerald green and the golden which is in between. I take that inspiration and created all the outfits. So yeah, that's the main inspiration of my collection.
Well, I love it. I love the blue with the gold accents. It's absolutely beautiful. Is there anything that went wrong when you were creating this collection that ended up being a blessing in disguise?
Yeah, basically I am doing the culture fusion, like Indian touch with my Western stuff. So choosing this fabric was like showing some little bit Indian touch, but it ended up very worst. Like a nightmare for me at the beginning, because whenever I was trying to stitch, the needle were breaking and I was crying like a hell at that moment. But anyhow, I managed to do all the 3 outfits with this fabric. So yeah, it was a wrong decision in beginning.
Yeah, well, you definitely showed resilience working through those struggles, and it looks like it was worth it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm here with Lejane from Rugged Reverie. Lejane, can you talk me through your inspiration for your collection?
Yeah, so I was originally inspired by streetwear. As you can tell, this is all denim. I really love denim. I love denim. I love jeans, and I feel like a lot of people have this misconception about denim that it can only be in jeans, and I just wanted to kind of like prove them wrong, because denim can be used for everything, you know? You can wear denim on denim and it looks great. Yeah.
I love that. Do you feel like you found your voice as a designer throughout this process?
Oh yeah, for sure. I was going into this kind of like my mind's all over the place. I'm like, do I go with, my original idea, or do I kind of like switch it up to like, get into something like different? And after working with denim, I just like, I loved it. I fell in love with it, and I was like, yes, this is my thing. Like, I want to do this. Like, this is my thing. So yeah, for sure.
Well, I absolutely love it. It is so cool. I want that jacket. Okay, I'm here with Emily from Eve. Emily, can you walk me through your inspiration for your collection?
Yeah, so my inspiration came from my name because my initials spell Eve. So I wanted to do something like the Garden of Eden. So this is like my Eve here with like the ribs and everything. So yeah.
I love it. Those sleeves are to die for, honestly. What do you hope somebody remembers when they walk away from seeing your collection?
That you can do anything with whatever you have. Like when I first started here, I had never touched a sewing machine in my life, like ever. So yeah, you can really do anything as long as you have the right resources and you can put your mind to anything. So
yeah, I love that. I'm here with Nooper from Cloud9 Couture. Nooper, can you explain to me your inspiration, for this collection?
So my inspiration is modern femininity, and I like exploring all the strong and soft aspects of it and putting my own spin to it. As you can see, I have a very playful, bubbly personality, and that shows through my designs, like this bubble skirt that I have. And yeah.
I love it. It's so on trend for summer. It's adorable. What does fashion mean to you?
There's a very popular saying in my culture that the 3 basic necessities of life are food, shelter, and clothing. So clothing has always been really important to me, and it is a form of self-expression. It is a form of telling the world who you are. And I feel like clothing has the potential to make like a lot of like significant difference in the world and also in the fashion industry.
Well, that saying is so true. I completely agree with it. Okay, I'm here with Sajia from Imperium Couture. Sajia, can you walk me through your inspiration for your design here?
Well, so I took inspiration from like traditional pattern making and translated them into modern 3D printed forms, and which celebrate both innovation and heritage.
I'm speechless, honestly. I can't believe you did a 3D printed.
And I could say like I'm also inspired by most famous designers, Irish Van Herpen and Grisling, which work with 3D printing. Yes.
That is so cool. What sets you apart from your classmates here with your collection?
I could say 3D printing. Yeah. Like over here, everyone is doing like sustainability, working with different types of fabric and all. So I'm like, why not to try something new? So I tried like 3D printing. Yeah. Yes.
Oh my gosh. Again, like I said, I'm speechless. This is so cool. Okay, I'm here with Ayan from AVS Luxury. Ayan, can you talk me through your inspiration for your collection here?
Sure. The inspiration of this collection was mostly picked from late 80s, 70s, 80s. Like I was trying to create old designs and bringing them a new life. Like something called timeless elegance and redefining the luxury.
I absolutely love what you did with the chains there and the lace. It is so cool. I'm here with Raid from El de Samar. Raid, can you talk me through your inspiration for your collection?
The whole collection came out, like I came up with the whole idea after my visit to Egypt, and the beauty of Egypt just really inspired me of coming up with the whole story.
Well, I absolutely love the sequin moment you have going on here. It's beautiful. Was there a piece in your collection that became the heart of your design that you kind of based everything else around?
Yes, actually this one over here, because I think it was kind of redefining the old pharaohs clothing, but like it came up in a very modern evening wear way. So I started from here and I kept building up for the other like 2 pieces in there.
Okay, I'm here with Ethan from Excalibur. Ethan, can you explain to us your inspiration for your collection?
Yeah, my inspiration is the 4 elements. We only have 3 outfits, so this one is water and air. I combine them. Yeah, so that's the general idea.
Okay, that is so cool. What was the hardest decision that you had to make creatively throughout this process?
It was just the beginning, just trying to figure out what I want my 3 outfits to look like. I spent 2 weekends with a sketchbook, and I have pages of just ideas going through them. And then, narrow it down to, because how this started was I wanted to do at least one element. So if I want to do all four, one element, where I wanted to go with it. So it was really just the initial designs that took the longest.
Well, it looks like you created something beautiful and you must be proud of yourself. I'm here with Krishnendu with her brand Ashtray. Krishnendu, can you walk me through your inspiration for your collection here?
Yeah, so this is all my collection going to be in the organza fabric. I love organza and it's all see-through, you can see, and I have lots of panels here. I got the inspiration from Iris Van Herpen. She's an innovative fashion designer. I love her collection. She's also doing all the see-through collections, so yeah.
Did you always have an idea that this was what you wanted your first collection to be?
Yeah, I always have an idea because when I'm doing the first year, I used all the same fabric for all my collections. So even the small project, I use the organza. I love organza, and I want to do the couture collections. When I see this kind of dress on TV, I was like, I want to wear something like this. So I made one.
Well, I absolutely love it. You've come full circle, right? From your first year to now, actually seeing your collection in person. Can you describe your collection using only 3 words?
I would say it's like a futuristic cyberpunk tech wear. I think that is the best description, yeah.
Okay, that is so fun. I love that. Can you explain your collection in 3 words? So only 3 words. Tell me about your collection.
I would say historical. Okay. And I wanted to have that juxtaposition as well as, I'd say, feminine, even though it's not particularly aligned just for that. But I really wanted that flowy kind of like very girly, very feminine element to it.
Describe your collection using only 3 words.
I would say sustainable, Y2K, and very whimsy goth.
Okay, I love that. Can you describe your collection using only 3 words to me?
So I think I would go with sustainable, of course, and very playful, and I want to say probably very silly. It's a lot of playful energy and...
Okay, that's great. Can you describe your collection using only 3 words?
Yeah, so I would say moody, sexy, and dramatic.
Okay. Can you describe your collection using only 3 words?
Classy, elegant, and polish.
Okay, I love that. Describe your collection using only 3 words.
Denim on denim on denim. That's like literally, I love denim. Okay. You can tell. Yeah.
Explain your collection using only 3 words.
I would say experimental, temperamental, and ethereal.
Explain your collection using only 3 words.
Definitely playful, feminine, and bubbly.
You already said that, yeah. So I guess I didn't have to ask you that question. Describe your collection using only 3 words to me.
I could say modern, unique, and customizable, like just for one person. Yes.
Okay, unique for sure. Describe your collection using only 3 words.
Comfortable, elegant, and timeless.
Okay, and those are great. Describe your collection using only 3 words.
I would say it's redefined, bold, and glamorous.
Okay, I love that. Glamorous, so fun. Describe your collection using only 3 words.
Oh, I'd have to go with the obvious, just water, fire, and earth.
Okay, fair enough. Lessons that you learned throughout the fashion design program here at St. Clair College.
Sewing is the main one. Before this, I didn't know how to sew at all.
Oh, wow.
So, considering it's created, that is a big lesson I learned. Other than that, like time management, getting things done on time, yeah.
Well, that's incredible that you didn't know how to sew 2 years ago, and here you are creating your first ever collection. That's so amazing. Thank you so much, Elizabeth, and I can't wait to see the rest of your collection on the runway.
Thank you.
What did you learn throughout your years here at the St. Clair College Fashion Design Program?
Oh, we've learned everything. We go through the whole process. So before, I only really knew how to sew and take patterns already existing and put them together, but we've learned everything. And I really think it's helped me decipher what I really enjoy about fashion design. I actually really love the technical element more than the sewing, which was not what I was expecting coming into this. I thought I wanted to just do all the sewing, make all the pretty dresses, but I love pattern drafting and that more mathematic and technical element to it, and it really became my favorite part of it.
Well, thank you so much, Victoria. Your dress is beautiful, and we can't wait to see it on the runway.
Thank you very much.
What are the lessons that you learned while taking this fashion design program at St. Clair College?
The biggest lessons I learned are if you work hard, you show up, you get your work done, you're going to have opportunities presented to you, you really make a good example of yourself, and that really reflects in your work and what you want to do later. And then also you cannot get through this program without your friends. Friendship is the biggest thing. I don't know what I would have done without them. So so friendship and just working hard, and you're going to just achieve, you know?
Oh, it's so sweet. Thank you so much, Carly, and we can't wait to see your designs on the runway.
Thank you.
And what lessons did you learn throughout this 2-year program here at St. Clair College?
I learned it definitely takes a village, and creative criticism is essential for the creative process. It really pushes you outside of your box of comfort, and it challenges you to think of new things. So I appreciate it.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Nursoon. We can't wait to see your design on the runway. What are the lessons that you learned while taking this program at St. Clair College?
I think I learned, aside from obvious skills that I didn't own about sewing and pattern making, honestly, I've learned to appreciate my art a lot more. Especially not just appreciating others' art, just mine specifically, just gaining that confidence of I did that and I am capable of that was super empowering over the years.
Well, you should be proud of yourself for sure.
I love this outfit, how it came out.
Yeah, it's so cute. And we can't wait to see the rest of your collection on the runway.
Thank you, thank you.
What are the lessons that you learned while taking this fashion design program here at St. Clair College?
I've learned mostly that it takes more than just one person to make the dream come alive. There's a lot of people that are involved. We have production and marketing and sewing and drafting, and I've really learned to appreciate everyone in a team. So
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you so much, Jezebel, and I'm looking forward to seeing the rest of your collection on the runway.
Thank you.
What are the lessons that you learned throughout the fashion design program here at St. Clair College?
So basically we learn a lot, drafting the pattern, creating the garments, and we learn a lot in this duration, but at the end we managed to create our own brand and market our brand. So yeah, we learn my pattern, garment, and marketing it over here too.
Okay, well thank you so much, Dia, and I can't wait to see the rest of your collection on the runway.
Thank you so much.
And what are the lessons that you learned while taking this fashion design program here at St. Clair College?
You really need time management skills or else you're not getting any sleep.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I absolutely love your design here, and I can't wait to see the rest of your collection on the runway.
Thank you so much.
What are the lessons that you learned throughout this fashion design program here at St. Clair College?
I learned a lot of lessons. Number one would definitely be time management. Because of the fast-paced environment, this program really prepares you for the actual fashion industry. And also all of the subjects like garment construction, pattern drafting, I did not even know how to sew before the program, and it really helped me. I made this whole thing, and 2 years ago from now, I didn't even know how to sew.
Well, it looks absolutely incredible, and you should be proud of yourself for sure. And I can't wait to see the rest of your collection on the runway.
Thank you.
What are the lessons that you learned throughout this fashion design program at St. Clair College?
Like everyone, I could say time management. I'm the person who is never on time and everything, but after joining this course, I could say I learned so many things. First is time management, and you have to always be on top of everything because working in this fast pace is so difficult. And plus I also learned how to make patterns, how to sew, everything.
Well, I'm very excited to see the rest of your collection on the runway. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and nice to meeting you.
Nice to meet you too. What are the lessons that you learned throughout the fashion design process here at St. Clair College?
A lot of lessons, every day was a lesson for us, to be honest, but something that I've learned that's really important is having patience and trusting the process of what you're going through right now. If you made a mistake, it might be for something good. So making mistake is not a huge deal. Just because you're a designer, you're a creator, you can create anything from that mistake, or you can fix it easily. But sometimes mistakes are like something really good, you know? So, yeah.
For sure. Resilience is key, definitely. Well, thank you so much, Ian, and I can't wait to see the rest of your collection on the runway.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
What are the lessons that you learned throughout the fashion design program here at St. Clair College?
First of all, time managing. Like, you have to be organized and keep managing your time in order to achieve your goals and meet your deadlines, as well as all the technical and the sewing skills. So it was a beautiful journey, and especially when you start something from like sketches or like lines on a paper and you come up with something like alive. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's so cool to see that start and finish process, right? You should definitely be proud of yourself. This is incredible. And I can't wait to see the rest of your collection on the runway.
I'm very excited too. I cannot wait as well. Thank you so much.
What are the lessons that you learned while taking the fashion design program here at St. Clair College?
Everything in regards to sewing. I had not sewed before, never touched a sewing machine. So a lot of that, and then a lot of drawing too. And everything except pattern drafting. I knew a lot about pattern drafting coming into this, but everything else was basic. I learned that. It was very great learning ability.
Wow, that's incredible that you didn't know sewing before you came here, and look at what you created. Thank you so much, Ethan, and I can't wait to see the rest of your collection on the runway.
Hey.
What are the lessons that you learned throughout this fashion design program here at St. Clair College?
Actually, time management. It takes a lot of time to do this. So this is not just the program, just not making the outfit. Actually, we have other courses, so we have to do everything at the same time. So it's actually kind of very hard. And I'm an international student. My family is far away from me. So I need a lot of motivation to do this program. So time management, money, it's so expensive. We have to buy clothes and everything, and this is a lot of fabric. Like 40 meters fabric, so it's so expensive. And I had the color already in my mind. I was looking for the color, and it's too hard to find the colors that we really need, and Windsor is not that place, so we have to go to some other places to buy this.
It's like a goose hunt, right? Well, this is incredible, and I can't wait to see what else you have designed on the runway. And what are the lessons that you learned while taking this fashion design program at St. Clair College?
I've almost learned like everything about fashion. I came into this just with my passion for art and design, and I learned everything from pattern making to sewing to marketing, like literally everything. And yeah, this program like taught me everything. So yeah.
Yeah, well, that's awesome. And I can't wait to see the rest of your collection on the runway. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You're a great interviewer.
Thanks.